Hello and welcome back to IndustrialCraft 2. So, today we're going to be looking at producing uranium. And to do that, you're going to need three machines. One's a macerator, one is an ore washing plant, and one's a thermal centrifuge. Obviously, we've already been through this one, so the ore washing plant. So, what do you need to make it? Now, you need iron plates, buckets, electronic circuits, which is redstone, wiring, iron plate. This is just 8 iron plates. Electric motors require coils and item casings and iron and so on. So this essentially will do one job, and this will do the next job. And the thermal centrifuge is the important machine, and it requires a interesting mix of things. So it needs the coils, iron ingots, advanced machine casing, which is uses carbon plates, and which is raw carbon mesh, which is made using raw carbon fiber, which is made by using 4 pulverized coal. Then you have the advanced alloy, which requires a mixed metal ingot, which is 3 iron, 3 bronze, and 3 tin. And that then goes into a compressor and gives you the advanced alloy. Then you need the mining laser. And this is where it gets a little bit expensive, because you need more advanced alloys. You need an advanced circuit, which is redstone, lapis, and glowstone, along with a normal electronic circuit. And then you need the energy crystal. Now, the energy crystal was created using energium dust, which is created by redstone and crushed diamond. And to get that, you either use a pulverizer or, where's the IC2 one, macerator, chuck the diamond in, and you get diamond dust. So once you've got all of that and you've got this down, you plonk it down and obviously then wire it in. I got it all running off of this sort of thing here. So as with anything with uranium, once you start getting into this, we did a previous video on this suit here, and you're going to need some fresh uranium and your containment box. And I'll run over the containment box again, which is just lead item casings and a chest. And you need scuba helmet, hazmat suit leggings, and rubber boots. You can find out how to make this in a previous video. And all you do is make sure it's got water. Now, you can put a pump in down here, but I've just been filling up manually from there. I kind of thought pumps were a bit of a pain in the ass, really. So I figured, why not? I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. So, for the purposes of the video, you just put one of these into the macerator, and this will power through here. You need an ejector upgrade, and you're also going to need an ejector upgrade for this, or for these first two machines, which is tin plates and pistons. And you wait for that to go, and that gives you crushed uranium ore. And then this sort of begins to cycle, and it will take 1000 MB of water every time it does it. And that will begin to cycle round. You can see it gets bluer and bluer on one side, and then this side starts to blue up a little bit, and then this one will blue up a little bit. It takes about a minute, I think I timed it at, to finish the recipe for this. And then it gives you little stone dust and tiny pile of lead dust, which should have used other sort of things in IndustrialCraft. Now, then it gives you this purified crushed uranium ore. Okay, and essentially this gives you lots of recipes, but what we're looking for is the tiny pile of uranium-235 and the uranium-238. These are the two that we need. As I said, it does have other uses. Purified crushed copper will give you tiny pile of tin, and that, I mean, it's yeah, but there are lots of sort of, well, not lots, only 7 recipes, but yeah. So it has to wait for this to get all the way up here, and this is basically the thermal centrifuge is essentially building heat to finish the job. Okay, now once you've done that, you're going to get this stuff: uranium-238 and tiny pile of uranium-235. You need both of these. Now, to get this amount, because it gives you 4 per 1 of the crushed uranium, so That there, you go into recipes, you go into the thermal centrifuge. Oh, 5, sorry. It'll give you 2 of the tiny particle uranium 235 and 5 of the uranium 238. And essentially, once this has got all the way up there, it will then quickly go up, but it is extremely power heavy. Don't do this at night, especially using solar power. I mean, we're going to go through another power adaptation eventually. Using biochaff, you can see I'm starting to get the machines needed to turn this into power, because I've got a cactus farm over there. So here we are. Apologies for the sniffles, a bit of a cold. And you can see it's nearly done. And I said what it will do is essentially run through the recipe fairly quickly, and it'll boot it up and it'll put it out in here. Now you can put ejector upgrades out and, you know, put it directly into a chest, or, you know, or speed it up with the overclocker upgrades and so on, make it go faster. But essentially what I was doing was just I chucked a stack of this stuff in the macerator, and I walked off. And I came back about an hour later, I think. I went off mining for a little bit. And you can see up here, it's fairly quick once it goes, but you can see the power is absolutely chugging now. It takes about 20 KE, I think I worked it out at. Or not, was it 15? I can't remember. One or two. But you can see it absolutely chugs the power. And then boom, there you go. And remember that you must be wearing the rubber suit. If you handle any of these without that, you will get uranium poisoning. It's as simple as that. You know, you will get uranium poisoning, and you can't stop it for some odd reason. But that is essentially producing uranium from uranium ore. I'm pretty sure you can't do it with the ingots. No. So essentially, we'll be going on further with it and so on. Yeah, you will need these as well. So you have to sort of split half and half, really. I know I'd say 3/4 towards producing the uranium and the rest of it into bars for longer lasting power and so on. But yeah, you end up with lots of these little tiny piles of lead dust. These you can handle fine. So you can go back to this here, and you can just pick these up, and they're not poisonous or anything like that, and so on. But these are used for other things. So stone dust is used to create CF powder, which is then used for construction foam, which is then used for other stuff. So there's always a use for the off bits and so on. But that is producing uranium quickly without having to go through massive, huge setups. Some of the videos I've seen have got really weird setups. You need 3 machines, that's it. 1 macerator, 1 ore washing plant, and 1 thermal centrifuge. Macerator and ore washing plant ejector upgrades. Other than that, you're good to go. And it is power hungry, so remember that. But the more you're not doing it, the heat will eventually go down. So once you put it in, it takes a little while for it to heat up, as you saw. All right, and that is producing uranium. Take it easy.